on Instagram.
Hello, hello. Hi,
Hello,
hi,
hello.
everyone. Very nice to be on live.
Yes, live, live, live.
Live, live, live. I'm just joining here on Instagram. As everybody knows, this is Instagram.
Hello,
Hello, Instagram.
Instagram. Hello,
Yes.
Instagram.
And right here, we're live on all other platforms. Welcome to the Truth About the Truth podcast. Today, we are talking about the invisible elastic bands holding you back. And really, we're talking about, I have a few kind of areas: self sabotage that I want to touch upon, perfectionism, a few things like that. And uh, so that's the topic. Now, before I go into it, I always give a quick disclaimer, which is that what you hear on this episode, on this podcast, is always different. It's always something that is not what you expect, but it will expand your mind. So let the medicine work. Be willing to take on a different viewpoint and see what the results are. It will be different though. Okay,
Definitely.
definitely. Now the first thing is the section where we take a popular saying or some kind of a popular Instagram post and we look at whether or not it's true or not. Okay. And I found something here. I'm going to read it from my phone quickly. And basically, I found,
You're frozen on Instagram.
yeah, because I have to read something on my phone quickly. So just give me 2 seconds. Okay. So here's what it says: it
Here is
says,
what.
what if we were transparent about our own failures?
What
Not
we're transparent about our own failures, yes.
not as some kind of performative vulnerability,
Wait, sorry, I didn't hear.
not as some kind of performative vulnerability.
Not this time come performative vulnerability. Okay.
But as an invitation to collectively destigmatize
But as an invitation to collectively destigmatize, yes,
the messy process of lifelong learning.
the messy process of lifelong learning.
Okay,
Okay.
so I'll go over it again. I'm going to basically get back onto the phone here. But basically, what they're saying is, shouldn't we be more vulnerable? Shouldn't we basically make the fact that learning over a long period of time in life is a messy process and it's okay, and we can be transparent about our own failures. We can really be vulnerable and show how we fail. That's basically the idea. So the general concept or the general topic that I want to debunk is this idea around the importance of being vulnerable and the importance of showing the messy failures of life.
Okay, let's have a look. So, who do you follow? People that are failing or people that successful? What do you do generally? You're going to look for the worst possible person that failed and failed and failed and never have any success and just advertise failure, or are you looking at people that successful? Are you looking at the success of Steve Jobs or Johnny No One?
Steve Jobs, you're looking for the successful for
Okay.
sure.
So if we look at the at life generally, who survive? The useless animals or the powerful one?
Powerful.
Okay. Did you ever see an animal that advertise its vulnerability in an effort to succeed?
No, I suppose not.
So what's that nonsense?
Hmm.
So instead of justifying why you are useless,
Hmm.
let's become powerful.
Yes, yes. But some
This,
people
this
say that
case,
they connect well. They connect well with others. Like, let's say I meet
oh,
you for the
yeah.
first time and I can tell you my area where I'm currently struggling in my life, and the person will be like, "Wow, thank you for being so open about that with me." Now there's a reality that we can talk about and it can build.
Not a problem. What does it build?
It builds some kind of an understanding that, oh wow, you're also suffering like I am.
Okay, so both of us suffering.
Yeah.
Next. And now what?
And now we can talk
So
about what
basically,
we've learned.
make two useless make powerful.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
I mean, I don't understand. Like, think about it. Did you see people that go, and I'm not against failure. Yes, failure is good. If you fail, then you handle it. It's not a problem. But if you fail and now you come and you say, look, I failed and I'm so weak and I'm not powerful and no,
Mm.
just go and handle it. So you don't need to be vulnerable. Let's be vulnerable about my abilities. What's
Yeah,
better? You
yeah,
come and say, look, I had this problem and it was difficult and I was dead and I resurrected.
yeah.
Is Jesus admired because he died and didn't come back, or because he died and he come back?
Die and come back. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I get you. So the general
He will be just no one. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, I see. So it's all good to explain, hey, look, here's what I went through, but here was the solution. Here was
Exactly.
what I how I climbed out of it. Here's
Yeah.
my power. Not I'm currently failing. Let's connect and sob together.
Yeah. It's like, okay, because I'm failing and you're failing, so both of us in shit, so it doesn't smell.
Yeah. We got used to it together.
Yes, it's like it's so much like
Yeah, I see.
how does it help? How does it help other than saying, oh, since you are a failure and I'm a failure, so I'm not such a big failure in
Uh-huh.
comparison to you.
Yeah, yeah, I see. I see. Okay. Amazing. That's great. That's brilliant. Brilliant. Yeah, I can see
So,
that.
oh no, I need to sit and say that I'm a failure. No, I need to sit and say, yes, there was problems and I overcame them.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yes, I failed for sure many times, but I made it go right. The overall is that I'm successful, not the overall I'm failure.
Yeah, I see.
It's
Yeah,
it's, it's like what's the
amazing.
purpose? What's the purpose?
True,
What
true, and
does it
people worship the victim. So yes, okay. Let me before we jump into the actual topic, let me just say hi to everyone here. We have uh, Curtis and Maja and Poonam is here and Vince. And by the way, thank you everyone for being here. We did start late. You're right. Yes, hi is Marie and yes, love the topic. Thank you. Yes, the Jesus example was great. Totally, Curtis. One of my favorites. Thanks, Vince. Yep, Ismail. Victims following victims. Exactly. Okay, so the topic today is really around self sabotage, meaning the things that people do that basically destroys themselves. Even though they make progress, they chop themselves down. But even before that happens, there are these almost invisible bands that hold people back. So people live with so much opportunity. Or you look at a baby, and a baby is born with no understanding, no idea of limitations. They have this opportunities, they see opportunities. But as time goes, all of a sudden, these things start to hold you back. At the beginning, you don't have them, but things start to hold you back. What is that? Why is that? What's going on? And why do we basically put on the bands ourselves? Why do we handcuff ourselves?
okay? So the first thing to understand is people are basically good.
Hmm.
Whatever you do at the time that you do that, you think that it is the most pro survival action from your viewpoint.
Yeah, yeah,
So whatever you do, if you kill someone, you think that with all the data that you have, this is the most correct thing to do. Maybe a second later you realize, oh, what did I do? But but that split second, you really believe that this is the right thing to do. The right thing to do means the most pro survival thing to do. So you always trying to do the right thing.
okay,
That's
yes.
the first thing. Okay.
Yeah,
Now, when you do something bad and you realize, whoa, I wanted to do something good, but I did something bad. I had a problem, and the way that I solved it or tried to solve it was by committing a sin, doing something bad. At that moment, you decide, whoa, I'm dangerous.
hmm,
I'm doing something against my actual purpose.
hmm, hmm,
And so you start to cut your power.
yeah,
What happened is like that. If people were actually bad, every time they will do something bad, just internally they will go, yes, I achieved my purpose to be bad.
yeah,
But no, they're hiding it and they kill themselves.
hmm, hmm,
And what happened when you do something bad, Because you are good, you will stop yourself. You will
Mhm.
prevent yourself from doing as much. So you cut your reach, you make yourself less able. You hold yourself back, you cut your power because you know that your power is not so good. I
Mhm.
was helping a person, this is a real story. So I was working in one of the jails in Israel, and there was this guy that that was paralyzed with his right hand, like his right hand, and the rest of the right side was not totally paralyzed, but was not functioning.
Yeah.
And I was working with him and working with him and working with him, and he realized that he was a very outgoing, violent person, like as a kid, growing in a very tough environment, but everything was going amazing. Anyone that did anything to him, he just used more violent and more violent and more violent, but he didn't consider it wrong. He thought that it's okay. He thought that it's really okay. And one day, his mom woke him up and he hit his mom.
Mhm.
And at that moment, he thought, no, this is really bad. A year later, he developed this paralyzed of the hand on all the right hand side. And when he realized that it was because he was trying to prevent himself from hitting his mom, at that moment, it took something big happened to him, a major shift. And within the next month or so, he started to recover his mobility on the right hand side. No
Wow.
medical intervention, nothing.
Wow.
He
Wow.
caused himself to become paralyzed, not immediately, it took him a year, but
Mhm.
he caused himself to be paralyzed to prevent himself from hurting his mom. And
Yeah.
people causing themselves to be paralyzed in areas that they know that they're committing some kind of a sin. So
Yeah.
you will see that the person that have a problem in business, he knows he caused some bad. So he caused himself to be paralyzed, and it take him a lot of work, years and years of work to recover the income that he used to have.
Mhm. Yeah.
Are you with me?
Yeah. Yeah. Fascinating. If he ever recovers.
If he
Yeah.
ever
If he ever recovers. Yeah. Wow. That's so yeah. Go ahead, sorry.
people, what is why people stop themselves? Why people are failing and like to be with other people that failing is because they say, well, I committed a sin, I need to make myself useless, and I need to see other people around me that are also useless, which remind me that it's good to be useless.
Mhm. Yeah, I see. Yeah. And it's really in an effort to be so good so you don't create problems. So basically you have this kid, a baby that has the endless options and opportunities and no limitations. And just through living, all of a sudden creates a sin. And basically, you're saying that those things start to be the bands that hold them back. And that's really what is the self sabotage. So the self sabotage is not actually a, I mean, it is a sabotage, but it's actually a prevention from creating harm. It's stopping yourself from doing actions that create harm.
Yeah, it's basically you are good and you're trying to
Yeah.
prevent yourself from doing bad to others. So you make yourself weak. You
Yes.
actually install a physical disabilities.
Yes.
You will not hurt another person. You
Uh-huh.
act stupidly. You become a person that cannot see, that cannot understand, to prevent yourself from using your full power. It's like you have a car that has a very strong engine, and someone put a governor, a limiter that prevents you from going past a certain amount of speed or a certain speed in order not to have an accident.
Yeah. Yeah, I see. I see.
Yeah. This endless power, endless engine, and there is a governor that's prevent you from going as fast.
I see. And what about, I'm trying to think of an example because I don't totally get how it works, but I imagine that there's a situation like of a self-sabotage where let's say a guy is trying to I don't know, he's going on a date with a girl. Okay, let's say he's going on a date with a girl and everything looks good and, like they're getting along and whatever. And all of a sudden he has he starts coming up with all these thoughts about why this isn't going to work. You're not good. All these things that come in and he sabotages himself by going all into his own ideas as to why it won't work, and he destroys what was going well by himself just by going into this loop.
Yeah. So this moment of irresponsibility, when you commit a sin, it's a moment of irresponsibility. Yes.
Uh-huh.
And there are different moments, different ways to get into these moments of irresponsibility. And every time you have these moments of irresponsibility, you know you cannot trust yourself. And you cut your power. And you cut your power by doing nothing or by putting some kind of an automatic mechanism that will do things for you. So, for example, let's say you go with a girl and you cheated her. Let's say you cheated your sister, and she's a girl, and this lady that you go out with is a girl, and it reminds you unconsciously, you're not fully aware of it, but it reminds you that you've done something bad.
Mm.
And because you've done something bad, now you have to cut your power and say, no, I don't want to do that to my sister. It's a totally different girl, but for you, girl is your sister and your sister. I don't want to do that. And you start with all these thoughts that coming from what happened when you hit your sister, or what happened when someone told you that you are not good, or what happened at the moment that you were not responsible.
I see.
Now you just following the commands. There's a lot more to talk about it, and we said
I'm sure.
quite short. And
Yeah.
I have something also that I need to go to within like 7 minutes.
Okay,
Just-
so I have
yeah.
no problem. So I have one last thing then, or two topics that we can touch upon very quickly, and then we'll roll. So the next thing is perfectionism, and why does that happen? So basically,
And what does it happen? Yes.
yeah, perfectionism and why does it happen? Meaning, things are going well, or you want to make progress. You're trying to do it, but you want to move fast, but you slow yourself down actually by trying to make things perfect.
Okay, so the first principle that people don't understand, that this universe is a universe of quantity, not quality. So quantity is always more important than quality. The very famous story that I have is that many years ago, some guy came to me and told me that he wants to do advertising, and what do I think? And he showed me these very amazing glossy things that he was going to print on this glossy paper. And I said, how much it costs? And he said, that's exactly the problem. I have only, I don't remember, $3,000, and it will allow me 200 pieces, but they will be very nice pieces, high quality, so I will attract the right people, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And I said, no. What we're going to do, we're going to take this amount that you have, and we're going to print it on toilet paper, black and white.
Yeah.
He said, what do you mean, the toilet paper? I said, the cheapest paper that you can get. He said, what do you mean? I said, look, here you can get 200 pieces, and let's say that you get amazing return in marketing, 10%. So you get 20 people. On toilet paper, we can print 200,000. And let's say that because it's on toilet paper, by the way, I think you're frozen on yes. Okay. So anyway, so I said, so let's do on toilet paper. And on toilet paper, you'll be able to print not 2,000 pieces, but 200,000 pieces. I don't remember the numbers exactly, yes? So, but percentage-wise, even if you get 0.5%, it will be 10 times more than if you print it on this very, very extremely expensive paper. And we did, and I convinced him to do it on the toilet paper, and the return was unbelievable. Much, 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 much more than if he will do it on this glossy paper, because it's first quantity and then quality. So people sometimes come to me and say, well, I need to make a video for Instagram. Just make the video. No, I need to go to the hairdresser. I need to have the correct, I need to do it in a studio. And no. And I need to write the text. No, just take the phone and make a video. quantity and then quality. That's the basic idea. And if you don't understand it, you will try to achieve perfection in the universe of imperfection, because in this universe, nothing is perfect. Nothing. Perfection is actually impossible. So perfection is just an excuse not to produce results. That's all. I see that you're coming back here. Here we go. So
Yes,
perfection
I'm with
is
you.
not to bring results. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you try to produce, let's say, a software, and you're waiting until the software will be 100% perfect, never. You
Yeah.
remember my story about iPhone? Yes.
Yeah.
I have a BlackBerry, and someone showed me an iPhone, and really, it was really at that time, it was a really beautiful machine, and I took it and I've tried to use it, and it couldn't copy. Like you couldn't copy and paste, you couldn't move files, you couldn't do almost nothing. Like with BlackBerry, you could do a lot, and the keyboard was not really functioning, and everything was beautiful but useless. So I said, it's very much like a blonde, very, very beautiful but useless. Yes.
Yeah, 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 exactly.
So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
nonsense.
Yes, yes.
Not looking for perfection,
Yeah, so
looking for something that can bring about some return.
yes, and so the reason that that happens is because people don't really understand that. And by the way, I heard everything that you said up until now, even when I was disconnected, because on Instagram, I think at midnight, every time at midnight here, it switches off the internet, I've noticed. But anyway, whatever.
I think it's
So,
Mercury at midnight changes
yeah,
angle.
Mercury, yes, exactly. It's the astrology of the internet signals in retrograde at
Yeah,
midnight.
it
Yeah.
must, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that makes sense. I have one final question and then we do have to run. So the final question on this topic is the subject of people pleasing. Okay, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean by people pleasing?
I'm not
So
sure. I know it.
basic okay, so the idea with people pleasing, people say that they're, oh, I'm a people pleaser, meaning I do things for others even if I don't really want to do them, but it's just so that I don't be so I'm not disliked. So I'll do stuff just so that you don't dislike me. Please
Ah,
just don't dis
yeah, yeah.
y-
You're a cheater.
Yeah, well, it doesn't have to be like that. I'll give you an example that someone
If I
shared,
do it
okay?
not from if I don't do it from my heart, I'm cheating. I'm telling you, I give you something, but actually I hate it.
Yes, but it can be like that, or it's just like a lack of confidence. So, for example, there was a lady. She told a story. She was on a plane, and she asked for coffee, and the lady said, "Would you like a bit of milk with it?" And she said, "Yeah, a little bit of milk." She gave her like half a cup of milk with half a cup of coffee. It was basically like very milky. So she didn't want to say anything, so she kind of drank it fine. Then she went to order another one, and when she went up to order another one, she said to herself, I'm telling her just one creamer, no matter what, one creamer. No, and she goes up to the person, and and the lady says, "Would you like it the same way?" And she said, "Yes, that's fine, thank you."
Okay,
She
so
just lack of confidence to be like, "No, no, I want something different."
not lack of confidence is the person is willing to lie. The person is lying,
Yeah.
not actually confronting life. And instead of saying, look, I'm lying, I'm out ethics, I'm actually committing a sin, because she wants to help me and I don't let her help me. So I'm going to lie to her, and then I will justify it, I will explain it, I will give an excuse that it's not that I'm useless, I'm a people pleaser. No, I'm used to it. And not that
Ah.
look, I don't want this coffee. Please give me one creamer.
Yeah,
First one, okay, one, no problem. Second time, tell her I want one creamer.
yeah.
It's not that I'm people pleaser. I'm a liar.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Instead, because I'm unable to confront, and because I'm unable to actually say, okay, fine. The problem is here that I'm willing to lie, that I'm a
Mm.
liar. That's the problem. I
Uh-huh.
am a liar. Instead of that, I said, no, no, I will not say that I'm a liar. I would say I'm a people pleaser.
Uh-huh.
And the problem become bigger because it doesn't
Yeah.
solve the problem. Because the problem is not that I'm a people pleaser, is I'm a liar. I'm an
Mhm.
ethics liar.
Yeah, I see. So, but and what about the situation when you it's tough for people to do things that will create friction or confrontation or make the person dislike you or upset the person. I don't want to upset you. Just give me
Yeah.
a
It's they're living in a bubble, in a la la land, because they're living in a universe of force and they don't want to use any force.
mm,
This is the universe of force. Nothing move without force. So you need 50% force and 50% intelligence. And they say no force and not intelligence.
yeah. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
really stupid. You don't get the product. You don't get good, not for you and not for the other person, because the other person in the airplane wants to help you. That's why
yeah.
they become an air hostess. They want to help you. And now you're setting them up for failure and you think you help them.
But they think they helped you. She's happy that got to give her another coffee the same way. She's happy that she helped.
But she doesn't, and the spirit knows.
Uh-huh.
She knows it. She's not happy. You know when someone lied to you. You
Mm.
know something is not right.
Mhm. Mhm.
You always know that something is not right. Even if I tell you, no, no, it's okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
But something in you say, ah.
Yeah, yeah. True. True, true,
And
true.
you now, and me as the person that didn't say that I want less milk or whatever, me, I now become less able and less able and less able and less able and less able.
Uh-huh.
And if I'm less able, I damage everyone around because I will create mess.
Yes.
So you're not helping anyone. It's
Mhm.
just you need to admit, hold on 1 second. This is not okay.
Yeah.
Why am I doing it? It's not because I'm a people pleaser. It's because I'm a liar. So let's see why. Now we can handle it.
Mhm. Mhm.
I'm lying. I'm straight lying. It's like I want that, and I say, okay, for one time I understand it happened already. Okay, you want to not insult the other person. He misunderstood you.
Yeah, fine.
Second time, you can be more accurate with your communication. But
Yeah.
no, well, then I'm a liar,
Yeah.
habitual liar, and it's very hard to chew, but that's the truth.
Yeah.
So instead of saying I'm a people pleaser and not fixing the problem and actually deteriorating all the time, why don't we say 1 second? I don't know what's the source of the problem, but
Yes.
definitely I'm not pleasing anyone.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So this other person would be much more happy if he really helped you and gave you coffee that you really like.
Yeah,
And
that's
really
true.
a real thank you, because now you didn't say anything and you also say thank you. It's so nice. You double lying.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. The person would actually maybe really enjoy you saying, "You know what? Actually, I would like just one creamer this time. It'd be really nice for me that way." And they'd be, "Oh, great, with pleasure. Whatever is gonna be the best for you." That's what they want.
Here to help you. Yes,
Yeah.
everyone happy.
Yeah, yeah, makes sense. Somebody asked here, Lenice, hi Lenice. She said Mayor is so precise. Yes, she's asking how to confront it. How do I confront that type of a thing?
Okay, so probably what you can do is if you're in this situation, before you go to ask for the second coffee, you say, what could be worse than me asking for one creamer? What could be worse than me saying that I don't agree? What could be worse than that? And you run many times what could be worse than that, and you will see that asking for one creamer is not so bad. It's
Yeah.
actually not so bad. That's number
Yes.
one. This is a process that you can run for yourself.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's great.
and second, you need to learn how to communicate and just knowledge. If you will get the knowledge of what is communication, how do you communicate, how do you control communication, etc. Once you learn it, you'll see that you will improve. One of the interesting things that many people come to GP and ask us, "Oh, we want to improve," and I tell them, "Listen, you're not going to improve in 3.5 minutes and 1.5 step. To improve takes time. Why? It's extremely easy to improve. Very easy. I can make you a billionaire in a week. I can give you all the data that you need to be a billionaire in a week. There's only one problem. You have to be right.
Mm,
So it's very, very, very easy to teach you how to become a billionaire. It's extremely difficult to get you to change your mind about how to become a billionaire.
I
Because
see.
everything you do, you think you know, and you think that this is the correct thing.
I see. So when you say you have to be right, you mean the person has to be right about their way.
Exactly, their way. They
Uh-huh.
have a viewpoint, and this viewpoint is the most correct viewpoint. And even if they say, yes, I'm willing to be wrong, Tell them, let's say that the vegetarian, tell them eat meat. Oh, no, no, no. Okay, thank you very much. Let's say it's not, but let's say that I say what it takes to be a millionaire is you need to start to eat milk. If you're Jewish, you need to start to become a Christian. If you are Muslim, you need to start to, I don't know,
Do push-ups.
yeah, whatever. Yeah,
Yeah,
do
yeah.
something really go against your grain.
I see. Yeah, yeah.
Can you do that? If not, that's the problem. And no one is, even if they say yes. Are you willing to say, you know that you are right? Can you have a viewpoint that say, I'm willing to lose? You know that you want to win in a game, but you say, I'm willing to lose, and it will be amazing to lose. I love losing. All I do in my life is I want to lose. If you cannot do that, you'll not be successful.
Wow. Wow. Amazing. That's amazing. Yeah. That's a really big thing for everybody to even chew on and look at what are these things that we're currently locked in on what we think is for sure true, whether it's from our religion to our ways of selling, to our ways of marketing, to our ways of operating with our spouse, and what are we willing to change that? What we're so sure about. Yeah, even temporarily, even for a half a minute.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be forever, but you look at something different. Amazing. Okay, in the interest of our very tight time today, one quick word about the Extreme Wisdom this Friday. It's only $29. You've made it crazy affordable. Something that usually costs $197 for one lesson is $29. So can you maybe touch upon what's coming and why everybody should join?
Yeah. So we started to talk in the free webinar. We started to talk about why people failing, how to become really successful, and what prevents you from success. What is this one thing that you do that prevents you from success?
Yeah.
And everyone that been on that webinar were mind blown, etc. And I explained what it is, but not how to fix it. And we're going to explain how to fix it. And the basic idea is that you come to this extreme wisdom, and you come with the idea that you want to learn how to make money, let's say, or you want to improve your life, or whatever. You pay $29, and by the end of the webinar, if you don't feel that you got what you wanted, I don't care what it is, you'll get the $29 plus 10%. Now, how can I promise that? Because truth applies to everything. And I'm going to teach you truth. And Gali, I have to go.
Okay, gprosperity.com/extreme to register. See you
Nice
on
to see you,
Friday.
everyone.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.